Hi, let's talk about The Amazing Spider-Man number 57. I picked it up just to see where it was right now. I had dropped this like a hot rock at one point. When this new series first began, I did like the whole Spider-Man and Tombstone thing in the beginning. That was pretty neat. And then it devolved into other versions of Spider-Man and all this crap, and tying into the other Spider-Man comics, which all sucked anyways, and the whole turf war or whatever, the gang war, whatever they called that whole crossover, that was awful. I didn't care about any of the D-list and Z-list characters in that, all the daughters and sons and whatever of the characters I love. um this whole series, like this new Amazing Spider-Man from one onward of this new iteration, is very Tombstone centric, and as you can see, they're still carrying on with Tombstone. So, in this issue, Tombstone is in jail and he's gonna be put on trial, but he's put on bail, and Peter Parker really doesn't like that. And so everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, what do we do? He's now free and he can still do stuff," and he does. He still disturbs. Here is the creative team and a whole like paragraph of backstory. If you have to explain it in all of this, then maybe your story sucks. Sorry. um, yeah. So basically, Spider-Man, like all that happens on the cover here, happens in the comic. Spider-Man talks to Tombstone, but then Tombstone's let out of jail on bail, and Parker doesn't like that. Um, so everyone who's going to testify against Tombstone is now trying to run, including Tombstone's own daughter and the man she loves, and they're all trying to flee. And here's Spider-Man consulting with She-Hulk, who I guess always wears this weird superhero costume all the time, even when she's practicing law now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. And meanwhile, Tombstone is still up to his own tricks, and commits a crime using White Rabbit, etc., to destroy like this the subway track and everything, to try and free himself. There you go. Um, the art is good. I mean, it's John Romita Jr. pretty much probably on his last run. Um, it's neat. It's better than what I was seeing with the gang war stuff or that turf war, whatever the hell that crossover was. Um, that was very weird and etchy. It was pretty strange. But anyhow, this ends with Tombstone, um, confronting his daughter, and there you go. Uh, this is an okay issue for what you pay for. It's like $5 US, so about $6 here. It's a lot, like here in Canada. Um, and it's a lot of talking. There is that one action scene with the subway train. Um, I couldn't really tell what exactly the master plan of that was, but it's a thing that happens. Um, and Spider-Man doesn't really do much except for just react to things and not really be proactive at anything or crack wise or anything like that. So, I mean, it's not a great Spider-Man issue. Um, I I was amused by the letters page, because it seems that like fans. I don't think this is selling a lot. And I think fans are constantly hit back at the interpretation of Spider-Man in these comics. And at one point, the editor, Nick Lowe, Spider editor, um, he says, I'm going to read this. He says, as to your bigger question, um, would Stan and Steve and John want Peter's life to develop? I'm not sure, and I can't speak for them. I certainly don't think they had a definite plan for such development, as they had no way of knowing this book would last decades past their time on the book. I've come to think that Spider-Man growing, aging, and developing his life along with a reader in Amazing Spider-Man isn't the way to go. I believe that Spider-Man belongs to all fans and all generations and should mostly be as universally relatable as possible. Why just mostly? Well, we should still do stories like Superior Spider-Man Worldwide and Beyond that drastically change Spidey, but then come home to the core of Spider-Man. That said, we at Marvel contain multitudes and have offered many stories, blah, blah, blah. It's the argument I've always made that Spider-Man should have then had a child with Mary Jane, etc., etc. I mean, him getting married, him graduating from high school and then graduating from university and getting a job and getting a wife, like, you know, dating and having a wife, you know, like marrying and all that stuff, was Spider-Man. He's the everyman. And, you know, now they have these low sale titles where I think he's not with Mary Jane at this point. It's and I think Mary Jane's with some other dude or something like that. Um, and it's just like, who is this character? You know, so I don't know. Like, to me, sales tell it all. Um, Dude, when Transformers is kicking your ass, there's a problem. I love Transformers, but you know, come on. So yeah, I did not really enjoy this issue. Um, I'm jumping on simply because I know there's a big like story coming up, and I wanted to get on the ground floor for that and see where that's going. I can't not drop Spider-Man completely. I love Spider-Man, and I didn't collect this entire series. I collected the first few issues, and then I dropped out because it was getting stupid. Um, but um, but I'm back. This isn't the greatest issue to come back with. um, and I don't really recommend it. So it's still fairly bad and bland at best. Um, so that's just my opinion. If you like what you see here, please give a like or subscribe to the channel. Take a look at what I have. Lots of great comic book stuff. So until next time, take care.